Lawmakers paying close attention to the abortion case as it makes its way through the U.S. Supreme Court. Mayo Davison is live at UCCS, and you spoke with a political science professor along with lawmakers about the potential impact here, Mayo.
Professor Joshua Dunn here at UCCS says that if the Supreme Court decides to overturn Roe versus Wade, conservative states will immediately push efforts to eliminate all access to abortions. But he says that wouldn't be the case here in Colorado. The future of abortion rights are up in the air, but if Roe versus Wade is overturned, the impacts here in Colorado are likely to be minimal.
Given what we've seen historically in Colorado, I don't think that you would see massive changes to abortion policy in the state.
Professor Joshua Dunn says that any efforts to restrict abortion access in our state would come through the ballot initiative process.
I don't think you would see much change coming out of the state legislature or the governor's office. So you would have to, the pro-life activists would have to try and use the initiative process.
Throughout the years, 41 bills and 4 ballot measures have been introduced to limit access to abortions, and they have all failed.
I wouldn't say that voters in Colorado are socially liberal and economically conservative. I do think that there's probably a controlling middle.
Colorado is one of 7 states that doesn't limit how late in pregnancy an abortion can be performed.
If the Supreme Court decides that Roe will fall, Colorado will still remain a state where abortion is accessible, but it won't necessarily have the legal protections that other states may have.
State Representative Danae Esgar says the decision to overturn Roe versus Wade would have a ripple effect.
We need to look at what happens across the entire U.S. because if something's illegal in one state or access lacks in another state, those folks are just going to actually go into another state to get the services they need.
In a statement, a spokesperson for the governor's office says Colorado is watching the Mississippi case very closely and hopes the Supreme Court strikes it down. But if it's not, Dunn says it's only the beginning.
People will still seek to, find cases to get the Supreme Court to help them carve away at Roe and Casey.
Representative Esgar says lawmakers have always had a pulse on Roe versus Wade in case there was something that came up at the federal level, so they would be able to protect abortion rights in the state. In Colorado Springs, Mayo Davison, News 5.
Mayo, thanks for that.